welcome to Daily Miles. Well, I'm gonna make the leap. I'm gonna go south and then west and pray to God it works. So my first stop is about 35 miles south of here, and that's outside of Wilmington, Delaware. Fingers crossed I make it. Let's do this. Well, made it to the highway, and it's still making noises, but as you can see, got a little bit of traffic. And actually, traffic is a good thing. The reason why is because I don't have to go that fast, and I don't have people behind me going, go faster, which is really annoying. That's not a typo there, kiddies. She's at 65. I don't know how long this is gonna last. Fingers crossed. Well, that should be pretty clear. I made it to my destination. Hopefully I won't need that. Welcome to Walmart 1860. Let me catch up a bit. And that, my friends, is the end of chapter 5. All done, all rendered. Now I got to put it all together and into one video. Amelia Stories, Chapter 5, Section 1, John McClenney. Frederick McClenney met and married Kachina Toos in Knoxville, Tennessee in 1890. Fred was a second-generation American whose family moved over from Scotland. Kachina was Cherokee, whose family hadn't moved in the Great Migration. Kachina met Fred because she worked in Fred's office as a secretary. By 1891, they had their first child, Charles George. A year later, in 1892, they had their second child, John David McClenney, my maternal genetic grandfather. Sadly, a few weeks after Kachina gave birth, she would die due to complications. Fred was absolutely beside himself when Kachina passed, so he decided that he needed to change, so he moved the family to Pittsburgh. 3 years later, he would marry Amma Toos, Kachina's little sister. They had 2 more children, and eventually they moved the family to Philadelphia for school for the children. Years went by, and all the kids went through high school and eventually graduated. John was the only one that decided to go to college and absolutely hated it. So he tried the trades. Metalworking? Too hot. Plumbing? Nope, covered in shit all day. Woodworking? Much better. So he became a woodworker apprentice. 2 years passed. Walking by the harbor, ships going everywhere, it hit him. He wanted to be on one of those ships. He quit his job and eventually became a deckhand. The work was grueling. The watches were long. But pulling back into port, he was handed a pile of money and he was hooked. After 6 months of life at sea, he realized where the real money was at, being an officer. At the time, the Merchant Marines had a requirement of 2 years of college and a minimum of 5 years of sea duty to be an officer. John had some college but not enough sea time, and lastly, had no connections to grease the wheels. This was all about to change. Well, it's almost 4 a.m. in the morning, and after 2.5 years of being on the road, I finally got the knock. The tow truck driver is very kind. Oops, I can't go anywhere. So, like I said, after 2.5 years of being on the road, this is the first time that I've ever gotten the knock. And he was kind about the whole thing. So I'm just waiting here for the thing to defrost, and once that's defrost, then I'll go up the road and nobody will mind at all. Well, there's a sight I thought I'd never see. Washington. All right, that's where I'm going to leave you for now. I don't know what's going to happen next. I have a couple of options. I think I'm going to exercise them. I think I might want to go shoot on the National Mall. And that would be Chapter 7. It's not what I wanted, but it would be nice if I could do that. And it would also give me time to go see a friend. Not like Mason isn't a friend, but another friend who I haven't seen in 3 years and who I would love to see. And I think I think I need that right now. So here you go.